Good evening, Spiritual Collective. So, tonight, when I asked what we needed to hear to help guide us into the coming days, the card that came out first was Destiny. So this has to do around, it has, sorry. This has to do with issues around your destiny, or what you feel is your destiny, what you feel called to do on a deeper soul level. Followed by I'm getting magic. I'm getting connection. I'm getting a real connection to your energetic body, of healing, of balance, of what does he have in it? Let me see what's in the hands here. Of doing the work needed to really connect yourself to divinity, grounding yourself and expanding yourself upwards, developing your psychic centers, your energetic centers through meditation, through energy work, and really igniting your inner flame. Your destiny has to do with intense spiritual work. It also has to do with deep intuitive work. And this is developing even more right now as your destiny is unfolding. A deep connection to the watery realms of the other world, or the the subconscious. I almost said self-conscious. There may be some of that too, okay? The subconscious and the dream world. You get psychic visions, and you get this, you're really able to tap into the flow state. This is developing more, this is really developing right now along with your destiny unfolding, as these cards were in movement when they were falling. But they are definitely in motion right now. This one was the steady upright. So definitely this is there, and you need to continue on with this. Obviously, you have a deep spiritual path. Your number one priority is your spiritual development. I feel like it's always really been there, and you've always really felt this calling, and you really need to step into it, okay? Even more so now, to really step into your calling. This is very important for you. Yeah. Some more from this deck. Ooh, jeez. Oh, wow. Okay, the Two of Cups. This is a heart mission. Like, this is a heart-centered mission of spirituality. You also could have a connection in your life. This could bring about a connection. But with this reading, I'm definitely getting that this is a passion of yours, and that there's a deep love for this spiritual growth and spiritual healing. It may also help you really connect with others, significant others as well. Yeah. Again, with this deep flowing, there's something definitely very obviously watery and flowy, but surreal and ethereal. This is a very obviously spiritual time, but it's also, I'm trying to think of the word that I want to use. Just harmony, harmonizing, harmonizing and flowing, ebbing and flowing, but in a harmonious way of like, but energy as well. Sometimes the words just aren't there for what I'm trying to, or maybe it is, and I'm just not, it's just not clicking right now because I'm in front of a camera, or whatever that is. That does that, right? That makes you forget sometimes. But yeah, definitely in that really just sweet spot of flow and gentle, a gentle ecstasy almost of being connected to the other side, or that you may feel like when you're with someone that you really care for, but in getting this with divinity and your spiritual path, if that makes sense. Okay, all right. Just trying to see if that works, if that makes sense, because I want it to make sense. Sacred Spirit, your destiny is, it's something that you're deeply in love with, this destiny that you have. Like, it's something that you always return to. It feels like home. Sorry. It feels like home for you. And the connection, again, connection as well. The connection is there with the divine. Yeah. Kundalini rising. Oh, ooh, Kundalini rising. And what did we get in this card? What does that look like with the chakras going up? Okay. That energy moving up through you. That's important. Energy work is super important right now. Okay. Definitely so. And then we have Galactic Healer. So you're you're a healer. This is definitely healing work that you're doing because you're focusing on your spirituality, but helping the spirituality of others possibly. This could be in the works, in the mix for your future, if you decide to go that route in a more public way, feeling that it's definitely there for you. But at any rate, healing is definitely a gift of yours. And you are also healing because of your connection. I got light codes and meditation. Travel awaits you, and improvements require persistence. Yeah, okay, so you're really going to have to focus. This is a major focus right now. This is a part of your destiny. So while it's natural and it's something that you are drawn to do, you need to amp it up as well. You're going to find yourself more drawn to this over time, devoting more time. You might feel more of a calling right now to like do the meditations, to do the spiritual energetic work, to work with the energies and the chakras or whatever system you use. You could be feeling that a lot more lately. Working with the third eye, all of this stuff, it really could be feeling a super intense calling because it wants you to advance. You're being called to advance, and you need to be persistent about it. And while things can take our energy and take our time, still need to devote some time to what's truly important. Okay? Spirit messages: observe limitations. Definitely getting messages from Spirit. But also too with this observed limitations, you might also want to see like when you do get communications, and maybe how those communications are, how they come across to you. I mean, how you receive them, and how you can better open up to receive them in a more clear way. Again, this is asking you to take more work, to put more work in, to be super devoted. It's asking you to be super devoted to your spiritual growth right now. Okay, that makes sense. Channel your knowledge. Critical judgment. Okay. Also channeling your knowledge, the wisdom that you have, the knowledge that you bring to your practice. And also to analyze from an analytical way as well. Okay? To use all areas of your brain, aspects of your mind, in order to engage this, to activate this. Ascended Masters, create open communication. Again, create open communications. Yeah, your communication with the other side is going to be opened up, but also this is asking you to exercise this more. There are different ways to exercise this. Again, we talked about it through meditation, energy work. Okay. Anything to really relax you, get you into trance states. You can do binaural beats. You can do something that's in a flow state that gets you in a trance state that can help you as well reach this. Okay? These will be helpful for you right now. But this is really going to open up. Love and light. Act with care. Okay. Now, as you've heard me say on this channel, like, with the whole love and light thing, I'm not going to knock it, but I'm not going to be like, love and light all the time. Okay? But in this context, it's about opening up to the other side in a compassionate way for yourself, not letting things weigh you down from others. But again, as we see with this this love and this there's something that's really gentle about this. There's something that's loving about this. There's something that's like this softer side of connecting with divine right now in this read. There's definitely something there, like how you would approach a loving relationship is how you need to approach communication and your relationship with the divine. That's what I'm getting. Super positive. But yeah, it's going to be work. It's going to take dedication. I feel like a lot of us have been feeling the call to really amp it up. Like, hey, this is great what you're doing, but you need to do it more. Or maybe things in your life have kind of gotten you into a little bit off track. Like, you're still really devoted, more than most people, but you could be a little bit better. But things in your life have just kind of gotten you to receiving. This reminds me of the prior reading where we had a similar image of something being offered, a healing drink. I'm getting that obviously with healing, but just this whole receiving this light from the other side. You're intaking, you're invibing, you're opening yourself up through receiving to engage with higher communication with the other side. This also could be as well maybe some herbal substances in like a tea form she's drinking, but not always, to get you into a relaxed mindset. Possibly, of course, you don't want to approach things in a manner where you're depending on things, but I feel like that could also be helpful because I am seeing that. Also feeling that it's warm and healing, so maybe herbalism in a healing way, but also that this method could also help you to relax and open up through meditation. So that might be helpful for you to drink or do something of an herbal nature before you enter meditation. Could be helpful for some of you. Going beyond normal. Yeah, definitely. You're going to be going beyond normal. You're going to be reaching other other realms here. You're going to be expanding your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, your whole spiritual aura, because you really, this is your destiny to work on this and to share this with others, but you need to unlock this. There's the key that she has hanging from her mouth, if you can see that. Can you see that? Hanging from her mouth. So maybe words are unlocking things. The power of words, the power of sharing healing messages, but also sharing also the expansive nature. Also creativity. You're also going to get some creative ideas. I'm also going to creating and creative ideas as well. Creating helps you really connect with that divine spiritual side of source of the universe, that creation. You creating, the universe creating, manifestation creating, creation, creating things. However you do that. Very important. You could be sharing how you create things. That could also be something that you also share in a healing way. Free from judgment, free to love. Okay, again with this love coming in, this loving energy. But also judgment from yourself and maybe from others. Like, again, there's always going to be, we're not going to say like, we don't judge, or people don't judge us. I mean, it happens. I mean, there's some really ugly things out there, right? So I'm not going to say that, but like when you're in a space that you're dedicating to really connect to the divine and really to open up to communication and to develop your psychic skills, you need to shed that, okay, and enter a different space, okay, and that will help you. The more you can step away from that kind of thinking, the easier it'll be to get into these states for you, okay? Collaborative dreaming, sorry, collaborating with others, also connecting with others through dreaming, possibly dream work, dream magic, maybe communicating to others via dreams, but also connecting with others. I'm also getting beyond time with this. Telekinesis, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not telekinesis, but that's also a play here, but also not that, telepathy, I'm sorry. That's the word I was looking for. Telepathy in dreaming, telepathy with others, and through time and space. There's something about an ancient past that you may be connected to, that you now, especially after all of this spiritual work, can connect to in a more intense way. There's maybe something you did in another life. You may not ever be able to remember this in this life. Again, I don't know, but there is something unlocking through time and dimensions of your soul. There's some kind of like life is like a soul shift where you can kind of like take the experiences you learned from, like we all do, but there's more of a connection there, and you may even be able to communicate with past versions of yourself. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. Okay? It's the first time I got that specific message with that card, so that's very interesting. The Sacred Fool. Yeah, there's something about playing here, and there's something about being, again, also I usually get manipulation from this too, and there is some of that, but I don't feel like it's in a malicious way in this reading. I feel like you're kind of like playing around with yourself, with the versions of yourself, and seeing how it works, how you work, and being playful. And of course, here at this channel, we know about people trying to manipulate us. I mean, that happens to anyone who's authentically spiritual people. I like to say that because, I mean, then you have like the people who use the chosen ones a lot. But regardless of that, if you are true to yourself, you aren't afraid to say what needs to be said and be truthful and authentic, even if it's not popular, and you're spiritual and you're open about that, you're going to have people coming at you. That's just, I know, I've been trying to, like, it comes with the territory. But, there's that, but I kind of feel like this is more of a playful energy. Because I'm not really getting that so much in this reading, although, it is there. It did fall after collaborative dreaming. So, again, be protected when you're out there, and even in your dream states, like, try to work with the other side, but also remember trying to protect yourself from other things getting in. But I also feel like this is more of a really expansive, playful time for you. What is already with you? You have all this knowledge, you have all this wisdom, you have all this creative abilities and healing abilities. It's already there, and it's transforming you. It's going to transform others. I'm getting like definitely healing creation work, creative healing work. I got spirals of manifestation. Again, cycles of manifestation that you've been doing over and over again. You revisit stuff, you make it better, you grow, you add new skills, you take it forward, you amplify until you feel things are right. I feel that's what you're doing. And diving for light, going within, going deep, really connecting to that dream world and that flow state that I feel like. And also just the unique quality of your mind and your imagination. There's definitely a lot of imagination here and a lot of harmony. Very promising. You're on the rise. Your spirituality is going to be amped up a notch. The more work you put into it, the better. The more time you put into it, the better. Confidence, yes. Working on your confidence. Working on this, your spiritual ability, your creative abilities over time with the cycles of completion. It's going to build confidence. Every time you engage in this new cycle of your spiritual ability, this new cycle of your spiritual gifts, this new cycle of your creative skills, your new of technical skills, whatever it is, of all of them, of philosophical skills, of philosophical knowledge. All of this, every time that you spend devoted time and dedication to it, you build your confidence. Your confidence is growing. Platinum. Ooh. Ooh. Look at this image. Look at that image. You see like the chakras? What does that look like? What does it look like? Yes, definitely something about the energy centers, about your light energy, about your auric energy, about your energy in general. You're going to have to engage all of your senses. Okay? Do the energy work. Do the visualizations. Do the consciousness state alterations. Do all of this. Do these exercises to help you. Yeah. And it's going to help you ascend to the next level. To reach heights that you didn't think possible, or that you thought you would never reach at this time. But there is something there about being confident about yourself and how far you've come, because how far you've come is definitely pretty far, and you're only going to go way higher. Soul guardian. Ooh. You're a guardian for others, especially in the future when you're working more towards this. But definitely from what I'm getting mostly from this is your spirit guides and your guardians, your soul guardians on the other side. You have strong spiritual help, intense spiritual help, and they're very powerful, and they've got your back, and they're there to help you. Yeah. You don't have to worry about not having the support you need on the other side, because it's definitely there for you. You're very strong, and the more time and attention you put into this, the more they're going to be there. If the healer, what were we just saying about healing? We get another, we had a healing card, didn't we? We had something that was akin to healing here. You know, and here we go. We got the healer. It's in here somewhere. It gets kind of chaotic when I'm doing these large readings. The healer. Yeah. You're healing yourself and you're healing others. This is, again, a part of that destiny. Of healing your soul and helping heal the souls of others. And moving forward. Moving into stronger connection to the spiritual side. Whatever aspect of spirituality that you resonate with, you'll have a deeper connection with this. Ha! Merlin the dragon. Yeah, magic, healing. You're powerful and you're knowledgeable and you're gonna be a strong master at this because you're gonna put in the work. This is a call to keep it moving and keep it going. You've done a good job, but don't let things, stop you. You're on uphill momentum. Okay. That's not really the words I want to use, but your momentum is definitely gaining. You need to keep it up though. You need to not fall prey into stopping and stagnating. And even if it happens for a while, just pick it back up when you start, and you'll feel it calling. And I'm pretty sure with this reading and with the energies recently, you've been hearing it calling, and it's like knocking at the door, and it's like, hey, you need to spend time doing this. You need to spend more time doing this. You need to grow this. You need to expand this. Okay? And that's what you're doing. And that's your destiny. So live boldly, live confidently, and expand yourself into a beautiful, spiritual, magical dragon.